Booktube, this is Sib and the books, and welcome to my August TBR video where I'm going to draw the books that I will read during the month of August. Last time I think I made a bit of a mess of explaining my categories of how I draw, so it's maybe a bit complicated. In my head everything makes sense, but maybe not so much. So I'm going to put up an overview that I made. It's also helpful for me, an overview of all the months and all of the categories, and wherever you see a green cell, that's where I will draw new from this category. And where it's not green, that means that I am continuing in a series that I previously drew. So I read one book per month for a series that I drew previously. I hope that makes a bit more sense now. Right, so the first category is actually the one exception where I do not draw. It's where I made a conscious decision of which series I want to read next, because I have a goal of reducing the amount of active series that I have. And currently, so last month I was at 107 open series. Not all of them I want to continue. I didn't used to DNF series in the past, so these are some very old ones that I have no desire to actually continue, but I'm going through that list and will weed out those in the next, I don't know, few months or so. So the category is paranormal romance and urban fantasy, kind of combined. I have a lot of those because that's what I mostly read 15 years ago before my big reading hiatus. And for July TBR, I have decided the easiest way to finish a series that I've already started, where I don't have to read too many books and where I already own all of the books. That's sort of the priority that I go with. And that was this series here. This is Mary Janice Davidson. It's her Mermaid series that has 3 books. These are the German, like pretty much all of my old books are the German versions, but I'm going to put up somewhere here as well the English version for those of you who are interested maybe. Anyway, so I had previously read, let's see, yeah, probably 15 years ago, I had already read books 1 and 2, and so only book 3 was left. I thought maybe I remembered enough of these 2 that I didn't have to reread it, but I realized when I started that I didn't really remember anything of the plot. So what I did was I started with book number 1. I have read this. I will make another video of my July reads where I discuss those, but the point here is more, so this was read in July, which means book 2 will be read in August, and then book 3 in September. The next category are my standalone books, and for July I had drawn this book. I actually thought I wasn't going to like it and probably DNF, but I did read it. That means this is a category I will draw from this for this month. My drawing system is very low tech. I have these baggies. I wrote all of the books and series that I own on these little paper thingies, and then I put them in the bags according to which category they belong to. The colors are based on how much I think I will like the book. It goes in a sort of rainbow order from most preferred, that's red, to yellow, to green, to blue, to black, which is then basically, I think I'm probably gonna DNF it, but as we saw last month, that's not always accurate. Anyway, we'll see. So this is the new draw. And another black, just like last month. I'm not going to show you the paper because my handwriting is atrocious. So, die Siriusverschwörung. Okay, that's another German book. It is a thriller. Let me get it. This is the book, Die Siriusverschwörung by Uwe Schomburg. It's like I said, it's a thriller. I bought it back in the day because Sirius was a project that I worked at that time for my former company, and I just thought it was funny. That's the only reason why I bought it. I actually, back in probably 2006 when it was released, I had started it and soft DNF'd it, I guess. Anyway, that's how far I got last time. Yeah, I'll give it a try. We'll see if I like it or not. Next category is the ongoing series one. These are the series that are still actively being written on by the author. That is currently, for me, Dungeon Crawler Carl. I started this in January, read one book per month. I skipped 1 month. In July, I read book number 6, and so very excited. I love this series. It's one of my absolute favorites. Number 7 is going to be for August, and then I'm caught up. I think the next one will come out in November or something like that. So, yay! I'm really looking forward to it. It's massive, but I'm really looking forward to this. I listened to it on the audiobook because they are absolutely amazing. Next category is series that I've started with 2 or 3 books total. And in July I read Monstrous Nights, which is book 2 in the Witch's Compendium for Monsters by Genoveva Dimova. This is a duology, and so I'm done with this, which means I get to draw again. So this is a very half-empty bag here. I don't have a lot of started in this, I guess, so I'm gonna draw here. And it's gonna be something that I like because there's only red and yellow in here. I got yellow. And oh, Violet's things. Actually, this is book 1. I have started and almost soft DNF'd. I like it. I just, for some reason, it's taking me a long time to get through. But it's good that this is that I drew this. Right, so this is book 1. This is the one that I'm currently reading. I am about almost halfway through, I think. So this is for August, and then here's book 2, Violet's Things, for September. The 3rd book will come out, I think, spring next year or something like that, so I will then be caught up in September for this. Next category is the starting a new series of 2 or 3 books. That is, I drew that last month. I drew the First Law trilogy, and I read book 1 in July, so book 2 will be August, and then book 3 September, and then I'll draw again. Next category is the one where I messed up a little bit and I drew twice from that category. That was number 1. Let's see here. Inferno. The Robert Langdon series by Dan Brown. Inferno was book number 4. I read that last month. And for August now we have Origin. And then a new book, Great Coincidence, will come out in September, so I'll read that then and then be caught up. And the second draw that I made was for the Long Earth series by Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter. This is the only one that I had planned to read last month that I didn't get to, so I will read this for August now. And book number 2 that was planned for August, we'll see, maybe I will catch up, and if not, then everything just shifts 1 month backwards. This is a 5-book series. I own all the books, and so I kind of read book 3 already out of order when I bought it, when I didn't realize it was part of a series, but I'm probably also going to reread this one. So this is a category that I'm not going to draw from for a while. Then we have the new series between 4 to 10 books, where last month I drew this here. This is the Sarah Kincaid series by Michael Pankow. It's a German author. This is book 3 because again I bought the book not realizing that it's part of a series and not book 1 in the series, which, yeah, I hate it when it's not really clearly written on the book. Anyway, side tangent. So what I did was, all the books are on Kindle Unlimited, so I started reading book 1 because from the description it looked like you have to read them in order. Anyway, I read a bit more than 50 pages and I'm not a fan of the writing style. It's a historical thriller and the language is sort of, I don't know how you call that, like the old language, and I just don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. So I DNF'd after 50 pages, which means I will also unhaul these books, which is great because that means more shelf space, which I'm always in dire need of. That also means I get to draw from this category again. This is a bit of a bigger one. All of the not yet started series between 4 to 10 books. And we go in there. A blue one. This is sort of a, not sure if I like it. Let's see. Oh, Aragon. Okay. Right, so The Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini, starting with book 1, Aragon. This is the new Broken Binding edition. I have all 4 books already, and so another big one. So yeah, this is for August, Aragon, and then 1 book per month, if I like it. I know this is a very, very loved series, and I put it on a blue one because I think it might read a bit too young for me, but we'll see, maybe I'll love it. Well, yeah. The next category is one that I had already started. This is started series that have more than 11 books. For me, this is the Cosmere. I count this as sort of one big thing because that was one of my goals, was to read through the whole or a big part of the Cosmere in the next few months or years. We'll see. I started with Mistborn this year. This is my first Brandon Sanderson, and this is now book 3 that I have read in July. Absolutely love the series, so I will definitely continue with the Cosmere, and I'm going more or less in, I think, the recommended order that Brandon Sanderson himself put out. There are some decisions, alternatives that he put out, so my next one will be Warbreaker. I think this is a standalone. That will be that, and then I will decide which one for the month after, but this is one of the smaller ones, I guess, from him. And then last month I had decided to combine the 11 plus series, the started and the not started categories, into one, but I have since decided that I don't like that. I want to have the categories separately. So that was the started one, the Cosmere, and I'm now going to draw for starting a new series with 11 plus books. So these are all of the ones that I have, and we will see. Ooh, another blue one. Necroscope. Oh boy. Okay, this is book one, Necroscope by Brian Lumley. This is the German version again because I bought it more than 15 years ago. Let's see, the English title is the same. Copyright 1986. There are 18 books in this series. The first one is a big one. I'm guessing the other ones are big as well. It's like a vampire sort of thing. I don't know too much about it. Yeah, we'll see if I like it. Let's hope not, because then I have to buy 17. Oh my god. Okay, we'll see. If I don't like it, it's again shelf space. If I like it, oh well. I have to buy some more books. But yeah, that was the whole point of this whole categorization and random drawing, was that I also get to the ones that I'm not necessarily drawn to, and maybe I'll find some really cool books that are not talked about everywhere anymore. Okay, this is a very heavy pile of my August TBR, and I'm gonna put it down. Okay, I have to put it down. That was really heavy. There's also one more book, that's the First Law Trilogy, book 2, that I do not have as a physical book. So I don't know, it's quite a lot. I'm not sure if I will get through all of them, but last month I managed all of the ones that I had planned, minus one, so only one I missed. But I had added 3 other books because I had a deadline for those. I'll talk about them in another video. But so theoretically, technically, based on what I made last month and the month before, I should be able to get through this pile. We'll see. But yeah, it's a good mix, I think, of books that I'm really looking forward to reading, and some that are just gonna be a surprise. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to August. Let me know what you're reading in August and beyond, and I wish you happy reading, and see you next time. Bye!